Hello. So the topic of the video, Chatty gave it to me. I'm chatting with Chatty. What should I do with my life? Please help. It suggested this video title. Why I keep waiting for the moment someone decides I'm too much. I won't go and check if I said that right, because it will stop the video. So my experience right now, I've just gotten myself lovesick over someone else. Someone newish. And they're gonna fucking watch the video. They're gonna watch this. I think I like intimacy and then I get freaked out by it. I like it, but with someone who is safe. It's very hard to find someone who's safe. Why is that so hard? I guess only a perfect person is safe. Jesus. He says I'm like Jesus. He thinks I'm like Jesus. Alright, let's start with when I was a baby. Even now, my mum, she doesn't know how to manage her emotions. She's very loving. Drives me crazy because people are like, be grateful that she cares about you. Like, I'm grateful she cares about me, but she doesn't. She's got good intentions. I need to reply to her actually. She wants to hang out with me. I don't have the capacity. I'm on the caffeine. I don't have capacity for hanging out with people I don't like when I'm on caffeine. She's the only person I ever lose my shit at. I guess in my last long-term relationship I did sometimes lose my shit with him, but he wouldn't let me. And I would raise my voice. I would be like, I'm just so stressed about it. And he would be like, Teresa, I won't be spoken to like that. So just shut it down, you know. But it was, I don't think I ever like got mad at him directly. It was always just like the amount of stuff I had to do or something. But with my mum, she drives me fucking crazy. I will get mad directly at her behaviour. But like, so she's very lovey, like, oh my god, my darling daughter Teresa, I love you so much, you know. She's like that. May Jesus bless you. I went to a meditation retreat and like I swung by her house first, and then I'm leaving and she's like, hey, let me make you a blessing. And she's like, in the name of the Father, trying to do it on the camera, Father, Son, Holy Spirit. She's like blessing me with holy water. I'm like, I'm going to a fucking meditation retreat, man. I'm not going to war. She's really sweet though, you know. But then she would lose her shit. And I was 22, 21, 22. And hiding under the duvet in my bed, shaking and crying, hiding under the duvet. And she's in my room like shouting and screaming at me. It's over like some court case. She was like, you need to sign this document, and I obviously was not in a state where I had the capacity to make a decision on whether I should sign this document. Like, it was her will. Her will was that I needed to do this court case. It wasn't like, it was her court case with my name on it. Obviously, I don't remember everything that happened in my childhood, but that's something that wasn't, you know, too long ago. I can refer to that. My mum's called the police on me many times, saying I'm running away from home. I think all of them I was over 18. I'm not running. I'm not. You know, I would leave the house saying I'm going. I'll be back tomorrow. And then I wake up tomorrow and I'll check my phone, turn my phone off before I went, like in the evening, and it's like, you got a text from the police, we're looking for you, you've been reported missing. She doesn't know how to handle her emotions. I don't think I know how to handle my emotions. I love my emotions, man. I just drown in them. They're a distraction, they're an addiction. Like today, I haven't done anything because I just fell into the love sickness and I was just like feeling the feelings. It feels so good to feel alive, you know, like same as like caffeine. I hit the caffeine and it's like, oh, I'll have one coffee and do an hour of productive work. No, I didn't do an hour of productive work. An hour of voice messages to my new obsession. I didn't even really get that high, you know. Had one caffeine is not cocaine. You're not going to get that high. I thought you can try. It's always disappointing. So I guess like what I'm trying to say, as a child, the love was mixed with the fear. That's what Chatty said. Something like that. It's confusing. It's not safe. My mum is not safe. I cannot be vulnerable with my mum. I did once. There was a time where I was in another dimension. I took a load of magic mushrooms and I was in another dimension, and it was a whole situation. To the point, like, I won't tell you the worst of it, but I'll tell you that there was an ambulance and I was convinced. I'd just finished reading 1984 and I was convinced that the ambulance people were going to take my life. And by this point I was in heaven. Like, earlier I was in hell, trust me, but then I remembered that the key is to love everyone. So then I just like snapped out of it and was just like in heaven loving everyone. But I was anyway, and I surrendered to it. Like, I was convinced they were going to kill me, but my heart was just open and I surrendered. I was loving them. I willingly walked into that ambulance thinking, I'm going in here for them to kill me, and I was at peace. I was at love. Like, it was just crazy. And then my mum turned up. She was there. You know, because she was there, I loved her too. I was in this state of just bliss. I was loving everyone. So that was a kind of, I thought that healed our relationship. It hasn't. That was just one short amount of time. And then we soon went back to our old ego clashing. Another thing, in my last love obsession, I got so lovesick that I didn't eat for 3 days. And then I was like retching in a field after I seen some cows on this walk. And whenever I see cows, I just see them being killed. I see their heads being cut off. They've got giant heads. And they're so beautiful. And I'm just like, they're gonna have their heads cut off. And I was crying so hard that I started retching in the field. I hadn't eaten, you know. I'm trying to think. I think that was actually before that guy turned really abusive on me. And he was just really mean. He was just saying really mean things about me. But I guess it was his truth. Like, he found me really annoying. I guess that's the main thing. So, can you hear the music? It's like, you would have thought that just one person wouldn't be able to do that to me. It's surprising how little abuse. Like, I'm so sensitive, so fucking sensitive. Intellectually, I know that, like, I'm a cool person. Like, and at the time, I sort of flip-flopped, actually, between like I was really hurt and then detached. It was actually really crazy, that experience, because I would like detach. I wrote over 100 pages of poetry about that guy. We never even met up. We were just texting for a few months. I'd known him from before though. He fucking hates when I talk about him, but I don't fucking care. Don't fucking care. I've gone off him. I don't know. I've slowly been like detaching from him, but I still have this fear. I'm like, I can't attach to someone else, because what if he comes back, the guy who's abusive to me, and he's completely changed, you know, new person, now knows how to treat me right. Imagine. And he's like sorry and wants to be together. I'm like, oh, well, you were mean to me, so I decided to move on. Somehow I don't feel like worthy that I should be allowed to make that decision. I think it says that my love wasn't good enough. Like, I guess it's like the whole culture of like men are supposed to just, you know, shoot their shot with as many women as possible, but for a woman it's like I'm the gatekeeper, right? Like, I decide whether I want to be with you or not. Like, I'm coming at it from like a purity perspective. I convinced myself this guy's my twin flame, which means that we're the same soul. Now the new guy, he likes me. I like him too. He said, well, this was before I rejected him anyway, he said, don't fucking reject him. We're arguing semantics. We need to get a dictionary and do like at least 20 definitions before we can have a conversation. Like, to find the word like. Do you like me? Or what do you mean by the word like? I already told him I love him. I'm in love with him. I don't think I've told him I find him attractive. But said I like talking with him. But I don't want to be in a relationship with him. I said I think we're soulmates as well. But my understanding of soulmates is you have multiple soulmates. You have multiple soulmates, and this guy who's a fucking cunt to me, I think he's my twin flame, and I don't want to be with any of my soulmates. I want to be with my twin flame. Toxic trauma bonded twin flame is what he is. Toxic trauma bonded. We only bonded because like it was so toxic situation. Where we ended up just having a lot of emotional intimacy. Like, it was really toxic. So I can fall in love with anyone if you just open your heart. He didn't even open his heart to me. Oh, he did. He was on ketamine. He was fucking on loads of drugs. He told me he loved me, the abusive guy, but he was on ketamine, alcohol, and Valium. I should not have believed him. Like, I believe him in that state, but once he's out of that state, no love for me. No love for me. I guess that's what hurt. Felt used and abandoned and back to being in poverty. Connectionless. Insecure. How do I heal my security issues? Security and self-esteem. I've got pretty good self-esteem, I think, actually, but it's my security I don't have. I don't have any food. My stomach hurts. I've got tins of beans, but no tin opener. I've did this one. I opened this one. I got my black beans, it was. But I'm hungry. I should eat another one. My stomach is killing me. So, why? What was the question? Why? Why am I anticipating? Like, I literally had text. This is how we started talking yesterday. I texted him like, because I said some stuff. This is it. To some other people in a group. He was there, and I said how I was feeling. I was like, I'm feeling like, why can't you give me more of your time and we'll just get this work done? Did I say we're doing some work together? Let's just get it all done in 2 days. And I am entitled and I didn't say greedy, but I'm like too. Fuck, I forgot what it was. But like, I was making a point of like sharing. Like it was like a confession, public confession, but some people knew it was about him. I don't know if anyone in that group actually did know. Maybe no one in that group knew it was about him, but it was the fact that he was there, so he knew that's how I felt. Although I've kind of made a point that that's how I feel, but I hadn't said it in quite an extreme way, dramatic way. I'm at Leo moon, of course. In the 7th. Give me attention, please. Recognition, admiration, just a little bit. Just a lot. Don't give me a little bit, I'll be even more mad. If you give me nothing, I'll know you're busy, you haven't replied yet. So then I texted him, said something. I can't remember what I said, but then he sent a reply with a full stop at the end. He started sending full stops at the end recently. Who the hell does that? Texting with a full stop at the end. And then I said, are you mad? But I felt like panicked, like, oh my god, all of a sudden he's really mad, like he's gonna abandon me, he's gonna yell at me, tell me I'm a fucking freak of nature, never talk to me again, you freak, you crazy psychopath. And I was all in my feelings, fucking loving it. I fucking love my feelings. I'm an addict for my feelings. And then, but that passed. Like, I feel my feelings. I don't know how to control them. I get swallowed up by them, but then they pass. Only lasted like less than a minute, I reckon. I don't know. And then that was my ego needing survival, needing its attention. Then it was replaced with pure love. Pure love, I must say, quite arrogantly. I have a lot of pure love for him, especially. And I said, but also I don't think. So I said, he said, no, why? I said, are you mad? He says, no, why? So I said, well, I've got this anticipation you're going to suddenly flip at me and go hate me, get really mad. But also, I think you're suppressing your emotions, something like that. And I want to help you feel them again. I think he's been in avoidant shutdown. Not avoidant shutdown, it's not that bad. Very subtle. I don't even know if it's true. This is just me trying to figure it out. I'm like, well, he's not anxious. Like, I'm anxious, send 30 messages. And like, I'm like, well, he's not secure, and he's not anxious, so he's got to be avoidant, right? And that's how it started then. So that is why this is my story of why now my nervous system is freaking out. It's like It's lost its emotion. It's like emotional security. Emotional security is kind of like self-esteem, right? But no, I mean, self-esteem is like, I've got self-esteem. Like, I know that I'm like solid. Maybe I'm narcissistic. I know that I'm solid, but it's like, I need to connect with people. Because I can't survive in this world alone. Not in the UK, at least. If I was alone in the world, in the tropics, I could survive, sure. Easy peasy lemon squeeze. Just plant some fruit trees. Wouldn't even need to plant fruit trees, just go and find them. But yeah, I guess I would plant some more, why not? I've got nothing else to do. That's what I want to do, but you can't just do that. You gotta have money to get a plane ticket to the tropics, have money to buy some land, have money to build a house. I guess I would need to build a house, wouldn't I? New connections, someone to help you build a house. I guess I would find a cave. And yeah, that's it. That's all I need. But yeah, buying land and building a house costs a lot of money. Done it. So Pluto polarity point is what you want to focus on to relieve the obsession of your Pluto. My Pluto's in the 10th house. I'm like, what's my career? I'm so obsessed trying to figure out what my career is that I have no money, because I can't focus on my 2nd or my 6th houses. The money being the 2nd and 6th being your daily work. I can't focus on either of those because I'm so obsessed with my career. What's my career though? What's my career? What should I do? What should I do? So polarity point is the 4th house, which is home and family. Well, I live alone in my car. I'm at peace. I'm at peace. I'm hungry. Hella hungry. Nurturing. He's actually got, the new guy, he's got tons of cancer. He's cancer everything. I've got a cancer descendant as well, so I need that. I'm too obsessed with my career, my Capricorn rising. Like, what's my career? But yeah, so I don't know. I think I've run out of things to say. Thank you for listening. I hope you found this helpful. Even if you know something intellectually, it doesn't change your body's, like, I'm really disappointed in myself that my body is freaking out in this way. But I guess it's not just the last guy who was abusive, it's come from my mum. Because the last long-term relationship, like, this guy, when we, like, in the beginning, like, I was such a mess. Like, he would really have to, like, reassure me that he was safe. He was pretty safe. Like, this guy's pretty secure. He was secure, a little bit narcissistic, leaning that way. In the end, I had to break up with him because he didn't really like me. It was his placeholder. Which, you should realise. Don't stay with a guy more than 2 years. After that time, he would have married you already. He doesn't like you. You're his placeholder, not his prize. Unless you're like a kid. If you're like under 25, I guess it's different. As a general rule. But yeah, it's really fucked me up there. My mum, like, and people are like, be great, like, your mum's so lovely, like, I wish my mum, she'd want to help me. She's trying to give me food and stuff. She let me live with her for free, like, in terms of money, but then she doesn't understand boundaries. So she would just come in my room. She doesn't listen. If someone doesn't listen, they're not safe. She doesn't understand consent. Like, there was one time when I moved out, I was living in my own flat, and I invited her around for dinner, and then went in the kitchen, and she was like, started doing my washing up. And I said, no, I don't want you to do that, please stop. Like, because I explained why. I was like, because I don't know if I explained why, but maybe I did. The reason why is I'm fucking autistic and I've got the way I want to do it. It wasn't like a, no, don't worry about the washing up. It was like a, no, I don't want you to do the washing up. And she kept doing it. So then I'm like, gradually escalating, right? Like, someone doesn't hear your soft instruction, you have to escalate a bit, right? To the point I'm screaming. This tiny little kitchen. The kitchen's about the size of my car, like literally. I'm screaming. I'm not gonna recreate it now, but it just really put me in a state of shock. So I was just like stood there, like in absolute shock at the lack of consent. It was like, and it was like, I was aware that it was only about washing up, like she wasn't raping me, but it was like the same like experience emotionally, like but it wasn't like I was in that experience. It was like, you know, it was like just the intellectual awareness, right? I don't know how to explain that. It was more shock, you know. It was like the shock at her lack of consent, as opposed to the actual like, I don't know how to word what I mean. You know what I mean? So I'm not really sure how I'm supposed to heal from this. So Pluto polarity point, mine is 4th house Gemini, because I've got Pluto in Sag in the 10th. So Gemini is talking. 4th house is like home and family, but I guess it's also like, it is how you talk to yourself. 3rd house is communication, but it's 4th house is home. It's home. How? What is more your home than your body, your mind, How, like, it's like I need to reparent myself, but it's just like, well, I haven't got a spare 18 years to do that. How do I? I'm like, this is gonna take forever. I guess like I quite know intellectually like the love that I'm worthy of receiving, like being listened to. I see now. I can't stand it when people don't reply to all of my messages. Maybe that's why I send so many messages, so that there's more of a chance that they're not going to reply to them all. And I can be like, aha, see, I knew you weren't safe. You don't listen to me. But I'm not sure what to do about that. Like, if I really don't, that I need someone to reply to everything, is that like a reasonable expectation? I don't know. So maybe I don't have all the answers. Like, for me, that just seems like such a reasonable expectation that if you're having a conversation with someone, like, fair enough if you don't like the person, you don't want to talk to them, fine. But it's if someone repeatedly says to you, like, no, I love when you message me, I love you can't message me too much, you know, and then they don't reply to everything you say. Confusing. That's the issue. I can handle if people don't like me, fine. Very few people don't like me, but it's happened. I can handle it, you know. I pity them. spiritually sick, honestly. But it's when someone is confusing a bit of both sides. They're so in love with you and then like want you dead. They don't even want you dead. Well, they would if I was in front of them, they would kill me. But they're not going to go out of their way to come and kill me. They don't care about me that much to waste their resources on that. You know, like that kind of hate. That's what I'm anticipating. I'm like, when's the shoe going to drop? Maybe if I send another 50 messages today, then it will drop. He'll finally have enough. He'll be exasperated. Leave me the fuck alone, you know I'm busy. You're so fucking needy. I'm just waiting. I'm like, hurry up and get to the bottom. I need to hit bottom with this one. So I can confirm to myself that love isn't real. I'm not worthy of love. So distracted. I'm not distracted, I'm a woman. I'm not constantly aware of danger. Thanks for listening.